As weddings return this summer, following months and months of postponements, one hot topic is at the forefront for some soon-to-be wed couples discussing vaccinations with wedding guests. Here on how to broach the subject is Wedding Wire Senior Director Jeffra Trumpauer. Hi, Jeffra.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's nice to have you here. So, how soon should, those soon-to-be wed couples open a dialogue with their loved ones about their wedding ceremony and vaccinations if that's important to them?
So, we're recommending that you use your wedding website first to put all of your requirements out there. Make sure that you're listing it, you're communicating it when you're on your invitation, if you can, your save the date, your wedding website. And then when those dialogues start to happen, maybe with guests that you know are not vaccinated, that's when we're saying have those dialogues one to one and make sure that those are happening sooner rather than later.
And should wedding couples share why vaccine information matters for their wedding?
It is actually the most important piece of this because what couples are also trying to do and what they should be explaining to their guests is that it's the safety of everyone there, including the vendors that they're hiring, everyone there they want to have safe. So expressing that to your loved ones, letting them know why it's important to you is incredibly important. But it's also important that you and your significant other are having that conversation ahead of time so that you're on the same page. Make sure what you're communicating out to your guests, your family, your loved ones, and your friends is all of the same communication and the same message so that when you have those conversations, it's consistent.
And how detailed should we get? Should people get into facts when they're discussing this?
We definitely think you should. Use facts as part of your statement, use facts as part of your conversation, even if you have to utilize a third party, a trusted third party as part of those facts. Ensuring that it's not just an opinion-based decision, that it is also for the health and safety of everyone there, and here's why. And use those facts and those third parties of information to back that.
And what if your guest's vaccine hesitancy makes you feel uncomfortable?
So this is where it's going to get tricky. No one likes confrontation and no one likes to have those difficult conversations. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a tough conversation, right? And those people may not end up coming to your wedding and it might be a really hard time. But what we really are saying to our couples is stand by what you believe in, what's most important to you. This is your day. At the end of it all, it is your day, it's your wedding, it's the celebration of your love with your significant other, and you need to stick by this, no different than you stick by what color flowers you want. This is really, really important. So just stick to your messaging, stick to your beliefs and what you think is most important for your wedding day.
I think it's so important that you said that. It's your day, because me, myself, I'm planning a wedding, and you kind of want to be able to please everybody, but at the end of the day, it's between you and your significant other. So what could be done as a backup plan in the case that you do have guests that are kind of, hey, I'm not going to get vaccinated? What should you do in that case if that's important to you?
So there's two things that we're thinking about. And again, this is all still very new for us, but the first one is we have seen virtual elements come to life throughout the last year during the pandemic. So if you do have guests that will not get vaccinated and that is a requirement for you, you could have a virtual element of your ceremony so they don't miss that. So that's the first piece. The second one is we are recommending to our vendors and our couples to still have PPE and other safety measures at your venue. So have masks available, hand sanitizers, all of those precautions that we've been talking about for the last year, definitely still have those available. Lastly, there is one little piece of this, which is that if they do come and you don't want them there, be communicative with your vendors about that scenario so that it can be handled in a calm and professional manner.
And you touched on it a little bit, but how important is it that the bride and groom make a united decision about the subject?
It is very important, especially if it's one side that's, a closer friend of yours or your significant other. You have to be locked in step with your partner in everything that you do, right? It's going back to what I was saying on, this is your day and those decisions are your decisions together. Make sure that when you guys have decided what your requirements are, that messaging is consistent. And you both feel that way and that you both are understanding of how you're going to communicate that out to your guests and family.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Jeffra, with these tips. Like I said, it's 2021. A lot is changing. These conversations that people are now having to have. So thanks for giving us some insight on that. And for more information and to revisit these tips, you can visit our website at yourcalifornialife.com.